CCX Sports presents coverage of Northwest Suburban Conference Boys Lacrosse. Tonight, a matchup of the top two teams from 2023. The Maple eight goals in their first two games, both wins for the Falcons.
And I think that's going to be a big push for them, to come out and show that we can put the ball in the back of the net.
And for Maple Grove, a terrific score last year, still not even a senior. Ricky Peterson's been with this program a couple of years, coming off a 53-goal season, 7 goals for him in the opener.
Yeah, that's huge there. And I think if you look also at Maple Grove, if you look at how they spread out their goals as well as even the assists, it wasn't just a couple guys, it was spread out pretty good. So I think that bodes well for Maple Grove.
Looks like the rain's going to hold off. The rain has passed. A little bit of a wind tonight, but overall not a bad night for lacrosse here in mid-April. We will take a break and come back and start the first quarter. It's Armstrong Maple Grove from Maple Grove High School right after this on CCX. Maple Grove High School Stadium, ready for boys lacrosse tonight on CCX. John Jacobson, Bruce Franz on a mostly cloudy evening. A little bit of a wind. There it is, west-northwest, 12 miles per hour. A little cooler than the weekend, Bruce, but you have played and coached in much worse weather than this, right, back in the day? And before we had turf fields, it made spring games really tough.
We were talking about that earlier. Just having turf fields has made a huge difference for spring sports, being able to get the games done, not having to cancel or reschedule. But, yeah, we've had to shovel fields and snow blow them and everything else. But, tonight's going to be a nice night for lacrosse. Dry right now. It looks like we're going to stay that way. And field's in great condition. And, again, we got a great matchup here with the Northwest Suburban Conference. Two teams have been pretty evenly matched throughout the last couple years.
Here's a look at Jeff Olson, first year as head coach, but he's coached 15 years youth lacrosse, and he's coached baseball, football, basketball. First time as the high school head coach, and he's got a really veteran staff of guys with a lot of lacrosse experience as well. Jeff has a son on the team as well, and happy to step up and be the head coach. Kyle Ficken, second year head coach here at Maple Grove, was at Rogers High School before that. Really successful season for them a year ago, losing in the section final, a tough battle at Benilde St. Margaret's. And they've got a lot of talent, and we are underway here in the first quarter. And first possession goes to Armstrong. Ground ball picked up. And they'll set up and work the perimeter here, Bruce, here on their first possession. As a coach, what do you want to see from your team, if you're Jeff Olson here early on?
Well, I think it's real easy to get excited and think you just got to rush it. And I think it's good to set it up, like you said, and kind of just see what kind of defense that the Crimson are going to put against them.
Here's Essen coming in with a quick shot, and the save made by Brady Moline.
And you could see that there that Essen saw that right side was open, and he took an opportunity to get that shot off.
Possession still for Armstrong as Jack Olson gets the pass, and now they work it back out all the way out top to Brady Northrup. Jack Olson, Jamison Essen, Brady Northrup, Aiden Robb, Devin Lopez, Will Magnuson, Jack Bailey, the goalkeeper, Luke Jorer, Brooke Whitmers, and Logan Marsh, the starters for Armstrong. Shot here gets blocked, but still controlled by Armstrong. Pass right out in front, a shot on the goal. Nice pass from Jack Olson to Jamison Essen, and Armstrong strikes on their first possession. They score 1:10 into the game, and it's 1-0 Falcons.
John, you could see on that one where Maple Grove got a little, I think, excited on that one and slid over too far, left that backside wide open there. So once Armstrong recovered that, boy, it was an easy shot. Tough for the goalie to stop that one. Now, I think the key here for Maple Grove, they need to win this face-off here. Let's, kind of get theirs settled down, and they have a quick goal against them there.
A terrific start for the Falcons, right? And they win possession of face-off number 2 as well. And get on the move, Luke Jouer. The starters tonight for Maple Grove, Brady Moline in goal, Ethan Berry, Shea House, Lucas Bakke, Shane Rask, Ricky Peterson, Grant Jensen, Emerson Knudsen, Landon Bakke, Jackson Kuznick. Lucas Bakke and Landon Bakke both in the starting lineup. Senior brothers, and right now on the defensive side of things here in the first minutes of the game. And again, possession for Armstrong as Brady Northrup with it, turns, passes back out, drops out of the stick there of Essen, and first possession for Maple Grove for tonight as Moline, the goalie, plays it off to his left but misses on the pass high, and it's a turnover and it goes right back to Armstrong. A little bit above Knudsen's stick where he could get it, and it's right back to Armstrong as Essen will put it in play.
That's a tough turnover for Maple Grove there. With Armstrong maybe having a little bit of a shorter bench, if they can control and slow the game down, I think that's going to, help them throughout the game. Not that it's a warm night, it's a cool night, so they shouldn't get too overheated, but I think just slow the game down might play for them a little better tonight.
All the way to the back line, the pass comes to Olson. Double team there, and the ground ball goes to the sideline. It's going to stay with Armstrong.
That was a good break for Armstrong again to control possession.
Jouer with it, a little bit high on the pass, but Northrup able to corral it.
You can see that Armstrong's moving the ball around behind the net.
Jack Olson losing it and picked up by Shane Rask. A nice job by the senior to get the takeaway for Maple Grove. Rask with a pass up the left side. Jackson Kuznick trying to scoop it up, and now does. And clear possession now for the Crimson. They can set up on the attack for the first time tonight.
That was crucial for the Crimson to get the ball there. Now let's get settled in, see what Armstrong's going to put up against them defensive-wise.
Landon Bakke getting it to Tyler Steinkoff, and then all the way out high it comes. And back across. They work the perimeter. Steinkoff down to Landon Bakke.
And it looks like Armstrong is going man on man.
Pushing a turn and a shot that goes just wide of the net.
You're going to get a penalty on that one, too.
They got it to the stick of Peterson, and we'll take a look at it again.
So anytime you're up around the head now, that's one thing that the State High School League is really watching. Even if it's an inadvertent and it gets up around the head, they're going to call that penalty.
So Aiden Robb is out. Maple Grove, man up. See if they can take advantage here and get on the scoreboard here in the first quarter.
Be crucial for Armstrong now to get their slides down and make sure that they're covering.
Quick shot in front and a big save made in the first one of the night for Armstrong as it's grabbed by Jack Bailey.
And that was a nice play by Maple Grove. I mean, they worked it around. He had an open shot there.
Bailey lost an opportunity for Maple Grove. Open net, and it stopped.
Oh, that's too bad that opportunity went away for the Crimson. Goalie brought the ball out a little farther than you'd normally like to see. You'd like to see a better breakout for Armstrong on that one. You really put him at risk at that point. But the Crimson, crashed down on him and was able to turn that ball over.
And even though they're a man down, it's Armstrong with possession here. So able to kill off more of that time to Rob on the sideline.
Armstrong did a good job to kill that one off. They got a little luck out of that, got saved by the post.
Here's Essen with the pass, and it goes off the stick there of Peter Hansman. Loose ball and controlled by Maple Grove. It's finally picked up by Rask. Advancing it to midfield and beyond. Steinkopf right out in front, a shot and a goal. Put away by Landon Bakke. The senior attack ties it at 1.
Yeah, they worked that right down the center of the field. And that was Bakke over on the left side there. And, the goalie had to watch him coming up the center, but D kind of didn't slide over quick enough on that one and was able to put it in the upper corner there.
There's the previous chance that Maple Grove had with the goalie out of the net. Just dinged it off the bar, and then here's the pass. Nicely done. Steinkopf feeding it to Bakke. And puts it away to tie it up.
That was a nice play there by the Crimson. Well, Crimson with the ball here again. They got to, I think, slow things down a little bit.
See what they can do with their next possession here after tying it up.
This is kind of what we expected, somewhat of a tight game. I know they're still just trying to feel the game out a little bit. Both of them coming off of big wins in their last games with scoring double-digit goals. This one's, right now, the way it's looking, is just going to be a little slower and a little more methodical.
Each of these teams played on Monday, and Armstrong had one previous game last week as well. They've started 2-0. 1-0 from Maple Grove. Bakke, who scored his first goal of the year, gets the pass and the shot denied out front, whereas Jensen, he's the one that rang the shot off the goal post a few minutes ago and almost had one there. So look at Jack Bailey and goal for Armstrong. Another chance for Maple Grove, and this time it's put away by Jensen. Got another chance, and he was open and able to put this one past Bailey and in, and Maple Grove takes the lead.
That was a nice shot by Jensen there. It went right between the legs. He went low on that one to bounce it. You get that little extra skip, which just picks up some speed. That's a tough one for the goalie to catch low on that one.
It's Peterson on the run, and a great feed, and the shot, and the goal. So 2 goals in a little over a minute for Maple Grove has put them on top. Jensen with his second goal of the season scored one of Maple Grove's 18 goals that they scored Monday night against Osseo Park Center over at Park Center High School. This is the home opener tonight here for the Crimson, and they get possession off the face-off and on the move again.
As they're switching personnel here, looks like Maple Grove is using a face-off specialist there, number 9 for Maple Grove.
Shea House, a senior. Right now it's Josh Thompson with it. And he'll pass it to Steinkopf, who's on the field. Steinkopf move in, fires a shot, bounces it, but bounces high. Out of play, but possession will stay with Maple Grove. Landon Bakke will put it in play.
Again, on that one, it really appeared that Armstrong left that left side open again.
Bakke to Steinkopf. For Thompson, and back to Steinkopf. Fires a shot. Goes wide, and then again, possession still with the Crimson. Bakke will go back and reset play. Quick pass to Jensen. Maple Grove wasting no time here, getting the ball back into play and resetting.
Yeah, the ref kind of slowed him down a little bit. They got a little anxious there and brought it back. So
a little too quick. Pass comes Jensen from Thompson. Steinkopf moves in, shot, and the save made by Bailey. Let's see if Armstrong, we had that goal early, and then possession on the second face-off.
Yeah,
Armstrong got it back again here.
Armstrong got a nice breakout on that one there. They need to get it down deep here, kind of pull Maple Grove down in, settle it in, see if they can come back with something.
Magnuson on the pass to Jouar. And then back to Essen. Scored the Armstrong goal. 1:10 into this first quarter. Got 3.5 minutes to go in the first. 2-1 Maple Grove. Essen really battling his way in. Goes down, lost the ball. He gets it back. No, it's controlled finally behind the net by Moline. Oh, and then given back to Armstrong. Chance for the Falcons. Marsh trying to pick it up. Trying to pass it on the ground. Real scrum for the ball. And Maple Grove's got it.
I was going to say that Essence was really fighting through that one, and Maple Grove came down really hard on them. But then Maple Grove had turned that over. An unforced error there almost resulted in another goal for Armstrong.
Thompson. Wait for Jack Ampey to get onto the field and feed him the pass. Ampey back out high to Briggs Leisure, and then the pass to his right. Leisure moving in, now passes it back behind the net. Landon Bakke trying to move off contact, and it gives up the pass to Jensen. There's Thompson trying to advance on Lopez. Playing really good defense and gets the takeaway for Armstrong.
Yeah, Armstrong's D on that was solid. You could tell that they kind of settled into their home there.
Pass to the middle, but a tough pass to complete, and they couldn't get it to Jack Olson. And it's turned over by Armstrong. Maple Grove with possession. And they'll reset again. So we're down to just over a minute and a half to go in the quick-moving first quarter.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of whistles either, which is good. Like to see the game flow. There's been a little sloppiness there once in a while, but again, I think just getting settled in. They both know it's a very important game for them in the conference.
Thor Sukup, who's just a freshman, passed that last one to Steinkopf, who's got it now. Steinkopf shot away, and it skipped past Bailey, who looked like he got a piece of it, but not enough of it. And it slips in. Steinkopf with the goal, and it's 3-1.
I think you're right. It looked like he did get a piece of that, and it just kind of trickled in underneath him. Again, that ball going off the turf like that just picks up a little bit of speed and can kind of squeak through there at times.
First of the season for the senior midfielder. And Maple Grove with 3 straight goals leads at 3-1.
Well, you look at the first 2 possessions, too, were all Armstrong, really not even allowing Maple Grove to get past the midline. And as you said, with 3 goals now in a row, here's probably building a little bit of confidence for the Crimson.
Jackson Kuznick playing it back to Leisure. We get a timeout here for Maple Grove with just done a tick under a minute to play in the opening quarter.
I think the timeout call there by Maple Grove, too, is just, okay, we're maybe a little sloppy in the beginning there. We need possession. Let's try and settle this down again. Don't know if they'll put on much of a push here in the last minute of the quarter, so a couple things to look at, too, as we were talking earlier. You look at Maple Grove's schedule coming up, too. This game is going to be a tight game for them, and they know that, but coming up, they got Edina on the 20th. Edina, I think, is going to be placed somewhere in the top 10 in the state. And then on the 27th, they get Lakeville North. They're the defending state champs, so that's their first lacrosse championship for Lakeville North. And then into May, they get Chanhassen, and Chanhassen's going to most likely be rated in top 5, too. So I think they've got a good schedule. If they can get through this one to really show what the team can do this year, is going to be huge. It's not, walk in the park type schedule for them.
Right. And that's not necessarily what you want either, right? You want to build for section tournament play, and I mentioned earlier they had a really competitive and really good match in the section final, matchup against a very good Benilde team, and the Red Knights ended up winning that. Benilde losing in the state semifinals, ended up finishing third last year.
And I think you're exactly right. As a coach, too, you want to challenge your young men out there, too. And just knowing Coach Ficken, too, and kind of his work ethic and his years in lacrosse, it hasn't always been easy. He's not looking for that easy way out. And he wants to train these young men not only to be good lacrosse players, but also good men, too. And sometimes you need a little adversity and toughness thrown in there.
Armstrong will go on the road again for the third straight game. They'll play at Wayzata on Monday after opening with a home win against Blaine. 3 straight road games for the Falcons, including the middle one here tonight. So here we go, back out of the timeout. Final minute. Shot bounced wide, and it's going to be controlled still by Maple Grove. So they get the ball back down to 40 seconds to go, and they'll reset it all the way back out top.
And they definitely had a play set there coming around from the X. And now it's probably going to...
Shot at a goal. What a rifle shot there. Put in by Landon Bakke. His second of the quarter. And it's 4-1. Assist to Steinkoff, but that was a missile.
Yes, Bakke wound up on that one, went high on it. That, like I said, they had an initial play set there, and that kind of broke through after the first shot, and then bring it up top, and Bakke was hanging on that left side there, and he just put a rifle in there.
So Bakke is second tonight, 4th straight goal here for the Crimson. Yeah. They lead at 4-1.
And Bakke had 30 goals last year, too. That no slouch there.
Right.
And they're expecting a lot out of him, I'm sure, this season.
Face-off win for Maple Grove, so they'll try to get one more here. To hurry, down to 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pass coming across to Josh Thompson. Thompson going to take this one himself, fires a shot high into the net, and he scores.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. I think he saw that one as a one-on-one, that he could get around that corner and still use that left-hand shot to get it high.
With 7 seconds to play in the quarter, Maple Grove over the Falcons now.
Yeah, he was just able to use his speed on that one to get around him, switch his hands, and knows that he's going to go high up in that far corner. That was a great shot. And Thompson last year as a freshman had 10 goals also. So they're going to expect, some offense out of him.
Final seconds of the quarter. Maple Grove won't have time to get a shot away, and then it's the end of the first quarter. So Armstrong scores a minute 10 into the quarter, but Maple Grove really strong the last 7 minutes of that quarter, and they put up 5 goals and they lead it by a score of 5-1. We'll take a timeout, come back. Second quarter of play on the way. High school boys lacrosse on CCX. Crimson leading the Falcons after 5-1. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Jameson Essen, number 2, got Armstrong on the board. The first goal of tonight, and Maple Grove responded, getting 5 goals from 4 different players. Landon Bakke, number 45, getting 2 of them. And that beauty of 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Thompson, Steinkoff, and Jensen also scoring for MG. And they look pretty good, right? At that second half of the first quarter.
They really do, and as we kind of mentioned in the pregame too, that Maple Grove's last game, they spread the goals out pretty good. Yeah, you had assists and goals by multiple people, so I don't think Maple Grove's dependent on that one stud that's just going to go out and just keep pumping them in. And getting back to Armstrong's schedule, I know you started with that, one thing I was kind of curious about is they got 3 away games, in a row here, and you just kind of wonder what that does to the team, too. Be good for them to get back home on the 24th against Rogers, and then they're at OPC. But they got a couple teams in there, too, that are going to give them a run for their money.
And so for Coach Olson and his staff, what's the message there after the first quarter? You started well, and then the things, still a lot of lacrosse to play, but things kind of got away from you the last half of that quarter.
I think, again, I always go back to the case of just settle it down. You need to slow it down. If you know that you don't have as many players on the bench as what Maple Grove has, you have some good scorers there, but they showed that they could control the ball. That's a big key. Now, Maple Grove has won the last couple of face-offs where Armstrong won those first couple, so really Armstrong's got to somehow figure out how to win that face-off.
And Shea House helps his team get control of this face-off to start the second quarter. John Jacobson, Bruce Franz with you tonight at Maple Grove High School. If you're watching live on this Wednesday, we have a lacrosse doubleheader from the Lake Conference for you on Thursday. Jay Wilcox with the call on the girls' game. Tomorrow, Wayzata at Hopkins at 5:30, and then I'll be along with the boys' game at 7:30 between the Royals and the Trojans from Hopkins High School. Steinkoff firing a shot, and it goes wide of the net. Possession, Maple Grove. Landon Bakke will put it in play.
And you can see that Armstrong didn't really come out and challenge him on that. They got one guy out on him, but they're going to let him take that shot from a distance because it gives the goalie a good viewpoint. They gave him a lane there.
Sukup moving in, nice pass, and a loose ball in front. Shot goes off the crossbar, another attempt, and that goes just wide. A couple of opportunities there for Peterson.
That was good recovery by Sukup, too, to get that. He was laid out on the ground there and able to get that other shot off.
Steinkoff with the pass. Backing up as Thompson delivers it, shot away, and a goal. Boy, that's a tough shot, and another one for Bakke. He's already got 3 tonight and able to whip it past Jack Bailey.
Yeah, on that one there, it seemed like the D was on him pretty decent, but like you said, it was kind of a little bit of a weird angle, but he was able to get the shot off really quick. I'm just not sure if the goalie saw that, from a distance. Because he's still out a ways, but he snuck that in there. That was a pretty tight shot.
Well, when you work on that skill right, and you've got the skills and the ability to fire it that hard, sometimes, even if you get the goalie and you see it, that's a tough shot to save. Armstrong winning the face-off. Yeah, see if they can keep possession, and they do. Boy, Marsh really being muscled there, and they're going to draw a whistle. No, they got a timeout.
Yeah, they needed that. He had 3 defenders on him there, and that was a little tough. And that was good for Armstrong to be able to pull that face-off out, and they need to get it in there. I think that's why Coach Olson there had called a timeout. That, okay, guys, let's just settle in here. Let's gain control of this thing, see what we can do. Let's get kind of back to what it was like the first couple minutes of the game there, where we were controlling the pace of the game and possession game.
Sun has come out here, a little more in force here late in the evening. The wind's still strong, though. You can see it's whipping a little more across the field now than it was earlier. It's shifted slightly, but you can see as we look at the players' jerseys that the wind a little bit out their back, coming from the stand side, the home bleacher side, toward the field.
Well, let's see what Armstrong comes out with here. I'm assuming the coach has got a play or two set up for them. See if they can put that in progress here. Again, another unique thing about the goalies tonight, we have 2 goalies that I think are really good goalies, but they also played behind and supported 2 really great goalies last year too. You know, it's kind of too bad that they're both seniors, that they probably didn't get more years at that, but I think they've proven that they deserve that spot, and they've been pretty solid for their team.
Logan Marsh with possession for Armstrong, back behind the Maple Grove net here as we come out of the timeout. Armstrong make a little run of their own here. After 6 straight Crimson goals that put Maple Grove ahead 6-1. Pass from Jack Olson to Brady Northrup. Both really strong freshman seasons a year ago for Armstrong. This is Northrup with it here. He's up on the pass, and turning now is Jack Olson. Olson fires a shot and he scores.
That was a nice play. It looked like, that Essens was just going to go in an isolation there, but then he worked it off to the right side, and they were able to kind of open it up there for, was that Essens then?
Olson scored.
Olson scored that one, yeah. That Olson was able to get kind of up top. Here you go. As he was able to kind of get that left-handed shot in there, kind of midsection level. He was out of ways, but I think he had some good speed on that one.
Olson's 4th goal of the season. First one here tonight for him. They'll make it 6-2. And face-off controlled by Armstrong. And the Falcons with another run. Northrup will hold up now. They'll set the offense, get it back to Jack Olson.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Olson gets this ISO here. And
here comes Olson on the run. Got pushed outside a little bit. He's going to have to come back toward the net. Still with it, though. Fires a shot, goes back behind the net. Armstrong keeps possession. Marsh will put it back in play.
Maple Grove had a good switch on their D on that one to keep him pushed out so he couldn't get that shot. It looked like he was tempted to give it a shot right away, but then held on and then got the shot off.
Marsh passing out high, and again backing out a little bit as Olson. Olson on the run, fires a shot, and Mullane able to make the save.
That was a nice save. And, again, Olson is working that top point, but Maple Grove let him get in fairly close on that right side.
Long pass across midfield, failed to connect for the Crimson. And nice defense by Maple Grove. Forced the turnover. Back they come. Here comes Peterson on the move. Pass a little bit out too high out front, trying to hit Grant Jensen, the cutter.
Yeah, and he was coming right down the center on that if he could have connected with that pass. Do we have a injury on that one there? Or? Oh, we got a flag down. We'll wait and see. So a body check.
Yep, on Armstrong. Rob will come out, so Maple Grove for the second time tonight, man up. See if we can see it here, right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he kind of raised that one up a little bit. And again, they're really trying to watch anything up around that head area, whether it's a hit with a stick or a body this year. And I don't expect Maple Grove to try and push this in really quick. I think they're going to take their time and move it around, see what kind of defense that Armstrong does.
Here's Peterson with it. Shot away, and that one goes wide off of off of Lindenbach's stick, and Armstrong Cooper.
And you could see that they were kind of squeezing that in, and the defense was kind of caving back towards the goalie. So it was a nice play that they were getting them in a little tighter to get that shot off.
Bailey, goalie, way out of his net. Pass across midfield, Armstrong Cooper on the attack. All knocked away and well defended there by Lucas Baki. Forced the turnover. His pass high and scooped up in the offensive zone. Here is Landon Baki on the run again. Out front, a shot and a goal. Maple Grove quickly able to turn defense into offense. They forced the turnover. A couple passes later, it's in the back of the net. And Peterson's got the goal.
And that was key, as you said, John, that it's that deep play to turn that ball over. You got 2 passes after that, and then you got a shot. Anytime you can force a turnover, that's key.
There's Landon Baki with it again. Looking. It's the trailer Peterson, and Peterson able to put it away. Had 7 goals in the opener. That's his first tonight to make it 7-2.
And that's a great play there to look for that trailer coming through and not looking at it too selfishly. He could have got a shot off at an angle there, but as you can see, he got that pass in there, and it was just a perfect shot.
Armstrong possession here, under 7 minutes to go, second quarter. Ball knocked up in the air by Barry, the defender for Maple Grove, number 5. Ground ball still fought for and finally scooped up by the Crimson. Back they come on the move. Pass and falling down with it was Luke Smith. Lost the ball and Armstrong gets it back.
And Luke
at the sideline, lost by Armstrong, out of bounds, turned over to Maple Grove.
And Luke Smith is underclassman there, just an 8th grader playing here. I'm assuming both the coaches are probably going to have a little conversation at halftime just about ball control. It seems like there's been some sloppy passing and so on. And again, I don't know if just the chillier weather has anything to do with it, but they can clean up the game. These guys are plenty capable of doing that.
Got Cherney with it for Maple Grove. He puts a shot on net and the goal. Able to skip it past Bailey and in. And the junior scores to make it 8-2.
And that one there, as he was kind of coming in close, I think he could see that he had that opening there between the legs. And again, skipping it off the turf, that really just picks up some speed too.
Squeezing it between the 2 defenders and then past the goalie Bailey. It's a 6-goal margin for Maple Grove. Now churning unassisted midway through the second quarter. Scramble for possession off the face-off. And controlled by Maple Grove.
Can you get House, helping to win that face-off again for Maple Grove?
Here comes Cherney again with it. And pass a little bit too high for Landon Bakke and turned over to Armstrong.
Yeah, and those are the passes that get the coaches a little excited, too, that, all right, guys, you got this. You practice. You're great at this. And then we just have some errant turnovers.
Northrup for Armstrong. On the move for the Falcons. Pushing it up that right side. Luke Smith defending him.
And Northrup's really good at controlling the ball, too. He uses his speed. He does his little stutter steps and so on like that, and able to get the ball down a little bit deeper just to settle him in.
Essen holding now for the Falcons. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. Essen taking a couple little pushes, still with it. Able to get away from Jackson Kuznick. Moves in with a shot and he scores. Oh, that was some great stick work by Jamison Essen. Good body control, able to fight off the defender and get a shot in for his second of the night and the third goal of the game for Armstrong.
Well, and Essen did a great job on that, but at first, too, Maple Grove did cover well. Had one of the defenders go down, someone else stepped up. Essen was able to get around them, and he got that shot off at kind of a little bit of a weird hand angle. But here, as you can see, as he gets by him, he's able to get it high enough and beat the goalie.
Second tonight for him, 6th of the season. And it's 8-3. 4.5 minutes to go here, second quarter.
That was a great play by Hauser in that one. The ball kind of scooted out away from both of the face-off people, but he was able to.
Oh, and quickly off the face-off, couple passes later, and it's Kuznick with another goal for Maple Grove. Jackson Kuznick.
And as I was saying, he's able to flip that out to one of his midfielders and get the ball down quick, and obviously they got it down deep really fast to get that shot off.
My mistake, that's Kuznick again with the goal. 45, not 46. They're isolating him on here and gets the shot in for his fourth of the night.
And that one, that was just kind of strategic placement. It wasn't super. He just kind of got it around him. He knew that the goalie was coming out a little ways, that he just had to get his stick around front of him and put it in.
So just 14 seconds after the Essen goal for Armstrong, Landon Bakke answers for Maple Grove. You see on your screen is fourth of the first half. A physical play down here at midfield. It's going to be whistled down. It's going to be possession for Maple Grove.
Yeah, it looked like they were getting all a little excited there and kind of bunching up, and it was getting physical. Had a broken stick on that play, too.
We get the reset here with under 4 minutes to go in the half. Maple Grove up 6 goals again. Here comes Peterson.
Nice deep play there by Armstrong.
Robb able to take the ball away for Armstrong. Trying to get it back for Bailey. And it's going to be Maple Grove. It's going to end up with possession, though. Couldn't quite connect on the pass from Robb to Bailey, and Crimson with it again. Maple Grove's using a lot of players in this first half, a lot of different players on the attack on this end of the field.
And I think that benefits them a lot, too. They get some fresh legs in there, but also getting some of those younger guys in there really going to have some great experience.
Ryan Smith starts an attack, then backs it out. Cherney with a goal earlier.
Yeah, that pass almost got away from him there. Schulzenberg went up in the air to pick that one out.
He comes on the run, a shot, and a goal. Oh,
no,
he did get the save on
Yep.
it. I thought it was in the back of the net. Instead, it was a nice save made by Bailey. Well, Schulzenberg just about put that one away, but Bailey makes the stop and gets Armstrong back on the offensive.
Yeah, Northrop again just kind of controlling it, slowing it down, let his team set up.
Essen to Olsen, back to Essen. Essen lost it. He got it back, able to pass it off. Olsen firing a shot. That gets blocked.
Again,
Northrop got it back for his team.
Maple Grove's coming out and challenging them now, too. They're not sitting back. So if you get some speed there and can cut in, you got a pretty big opening in the middle there.
Timeout taken by Armstrong with 1:34 to go in the first half.
Well, again, you know, as Crimson kind of opened this one up a little bit with a 6-goal league. Again, I think for Armstrong is be able to get some possession time. I think that's going to be crucial for them. But Maple Grove's coming out and challenging them. And they're coming out quite a ways, too, so they're opening up that center. If Armstrong can take advantage of that and use some of their speed, they're going to get some more quality shots on net.
And we briefly talked about it earlier with Armstrong. Though both of these coaches really like the rest of their staff, too. A lot of really good experience, good lacrosse background from these assistant coaches, helping all of these guys on both sides.
I think that's crucial. And I think that's what really benefited the state of Minnesota, too, for boys lacrosse, is now that you've got these guys that did play in Minnesota and elsewhere, but they've come back now to support the sport that they grew up with. And I think even on a national level, Minnesota's put some good teams out there. And I think we're going to continue to get better at it as these coaches come back. You look at most of the assistant coaches, they all have D1, D2, or D3 experience, and some of them even a little bit of coaching. And I think that means a lot to these young players, too. Plus, the youth leagues have really grown. I mean, it's crazy. You look at the turf fields over here north of the varsity field here, and I think they got 4 or 5 games going on right now, just youth. So there's great participation across the state.
Those Fernberg fields have been terrific for lacrosse and soccer and football. They get
yeah.
a lot of use.
Yeah, they got
9
quite
months out of the year.
Yeah, quite a facility here.
We'll see what the Falcons can do here late in the second quarter. Northrop falls down, lost it, and it's picked up by Barry.
Good deep
And
play
then
there.
Barry had it taken away from him.
Yeah, Olsen was able to get up on that one and take that one away from him. And that's what Armstrong needs right now. They got to start forcing some of that, too, that if they do lose the ball, you know, a little extra step, turn that thing back over and make it a positive.
Jack Olsen still with it. Now finally gives it up. Shot away by Essen wide. Possession for Armstrong. Marshall put it back in play with 50 seconds to go in the half.
Did you catch the behind-the-back pass by Olsen there over to Essen?
That was pretty nice. Essen number 2 with 40 seconds left.
I think they're working on some isolations here.
Moves in, shot. Man, that one looks like it rang off the crossbar and caroms all the way out high before it's picked up by Jouer.
We got a flag on the play there, too, and Armstrong's going to keep possession right now.
Down to 15 seconds to go. Marsh with it.
So if they keep possession of that, obviously it looks like Maple Grove's going to go on a penalty here after the quarter. So
they'll have that. They'll take it to start the second half. Will Armstrong be a man up, but we are at halftime.
So technical foul on that one for pushing. But that showed a little better for Armstrong there. You know, they needed that possession time. It looks like, you know, between Northrop, Essen, and Olsen, they're going to work on some isolation there. But with Maple Grove coming out so far, too, I think you saw on one of the plays there, I believe it was Northrop, you know, once he got around the defender a little bit, he had a lot of room to move. Obviously, the D's going to try and crash in on that and slide over. But that may be the play that they try and jump on.
Landon Bakke with 4 goals for Maple Grove. Jamison Essen has 2 for Armstrong. We're at halftime here at Maple Grove. Our score, boys lacrosse from the Northwest Suburban Conference. Crimson over the Falcons, 9-3. Back with more on CCX after this. Definitely a jacket and blanket night in Maple Grove. We're at halftime. Boys lacrosse tonight. Maple Grove leading Armstrong by a score of 9-3. John Jacobson, Bruce Franz with you as we look at highlights from the first half of play. Armstrong getting on the board first, just over a minute into the game in the first quarter. Nice pass, Olsen to Essen. And Armstrong led 1-0. Jack Olsen to Jamison Essen. And then Armstrong here trying to move the ball upfield, but it's stripped away from Jack Bailey. A shot off the crossbar by Grant Jensen. But Maple Grove able to persevere, and they got plenty more goals after that. Landon Bakke scoring from Tyler Steinkoff, and then Jensen getting a goal here to put Maple Grove ahead for good to make it 2-1. Steinkoff scoring unassisted. Make it 3-1. They scored 3 goals in the last 1:11 of the first quarter. Bakke rifling that one in off the assist from Steinkoff. And then the 5th and final goal for Maple Grove in the first quarter. Josh Thompson, the sophomore, able to put that one away. So it was 5-1 after 1. Early second quarter, Bakke continued his strong night, scoring 10:47 mark. Armstrong finally able to answer here. Olsen with his first of the night to make it a 6-2 game. A couple minutes later, Bakke, nice assist, setting up Ricky Peterson for the goal to make it 7-2. And then the first of the night for Beck Cherney. Armstrong answers. Essen, terrific effort here, dodging, bouncing off defenders, and then getting the shot past Moline and in. And Bakke closes the half with that goal, just 14 seconds after the Essen goal. Make our score 9-3. Bruce at halftime. It's a great teamwork for Maple Grove, and also see just some really good individual talent on both sides on those goals.
Yeah, I think at both sides there is. And again, you know, Armstrong came out strong right away, got that goal right away, and you're kind of thinking, boy, they're going to put a real push on them. But obviously we can see that Maple Grove answered pretty strong, you know, late in that first quarter too, and followed up through the second quarter.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Second half of play is on the way, and next on CCX. 9-3, Maple Grove up on Armstrong as we get ready for the start of the third quarter. High school boys lacrosse tonight in Maple Grove. For Armstrong, big hole to try to crawl out of. Getting possession of that first face-off, I feel is clear. Like they did at the beginning of the game, the first couple of face-offs, but unable to get enough of those possessions to sustain them in the first half. And Maple Grove, to their credit, able to take advantage and put away pretty much every scoring chance they had.
Yeah, they didn't miss many. You know, the positive here for Armstrong is they're going to start out with the ball. Yep. They're starting to man up. So, again, like you said, in that first quarter, they came out good. They held possession. They got some possession time. I think that's going to be key for them right now to get started in the second half.
It is man-up situation, as Bruce mentioned. You saw the fraction at the end of that second quarter. And so Armstrong with a chance here to perhaps get a goal, make it 9-4. We're underway here in the third quarter.
Looks like Maple Grove's going to come out and pressure a little bit, keeping it tight right at the moment. They're forcing them to pass.
Here comes Aiden Robb in with a shot and missed just wide of the net. Jack Olson will put it back in play.
Rob's got that big long stick there. It kind of gives it a different look, too.
Robb with it again. Feeds the pass off to Magnuson.
And we're even up again here, John.
Olson behind the net. Turns and fires in the save made by Mullane. He was ready for that one. And able to make the stop. Long pass coming out to midfield. Quickly to offense comes Maple Grove. Onto the stick of Jensen. Shot away here. Oh, and then Baki really took a shot in the back there from Essen after releasing the shot.
Yeah, I think Armstrong wanted him to know that if you're that open, we're going to come and challenge you after the shot.
Peterson gets it to Steinkopf. And Maple Grove first full possession here to get it to Thompson. He had a goal in the first half. Behind the net to Jensen, and then back out high comes to Shea House. Shot away here and bounced in for Steinkopf and a goal. Excuse me, it wasn't House, it was Sukup that set that up, number 8. And the goal scored by Steinkopf. He's had a couple tonight, along with 2 assists. Maple Grove strikes first here in the second half. There's the pass from Sukup, and bouncing it in is Steinkopf.
Yeah, he got that bounce out about 2 feet in front of the goalie there, so it took a little higher bounce and just was kind of tough to get the stick down on that one.
So they score early in the second half here. Not quite a minute and a half in. And they go up 10-3. Lost, though, here by Maple Grove. Briefly had possession. And a shot away by Olson. The save made by Mullane. Scramble for it, and it's going to be Maple Grove possession.
Mullane made a nice save on that one there. And, ball bounced out, and it looked like Armstrong tried to get it kind of a quick shot low, but went out of bounds.
Knocked down was Smith. Gets back up as you see the flag come out. Toward the sideline. Push toward the middle. Now we get to stoppage. And Maple Grove will be a man up here.
Let him play on a little while there on that one. Had a slash on that one.
Marshall come out.
Baki's going back in. I think he came out after he took that kind of late hit after a shot there, but could hear Coach Ficken. Yep, and here's our slash. And they kind of scrummed around for a little while. And I think here Maple Grove's going to, again, might as well take their time moving around.
Jensen with it. Fires a shot, stop made, and really nice one there by Jack Bailey.
That's taking one for the team there. Looks like he caught that one in the body, and again, he's doing everything he can to keep that ball out. That turnover there, unfortunate for Armstrong.
Crimson get it back. Lucas Baki feeding it off. Grant Jensen. Steinkopf fires one in. He's got the hat trick tonight. Steinkopf with 3, Landon Baki with 4 goals, and it's 11-3 Crimson.
Yeah, Steinkopf had a really nice shot on that one. And again, he was kind of hanging out, mid-height on that right side. You had the unfortunate turnover, and again, turnovers can kill you. Maple Grove was able to get it down. Looked like they were going to try and work it around that left side, pull it back out, bring it around the right, and he let her go from a distance, and again, went really high on that one. And a great shot.
Jensen with the assist. And it's 11-3 Crimson. That face-off win for Maple Grove. Then the ball lost. Trying to scoop it up there was Lopez for Armstrong, number 11. Lost it. Dodging traffic there is House. And timeout taken by Maple Grove.
Well, again here, Coach Olson's got to just settle them down a little bit and say, yeah, we're down. We got a little bit of a hole, but they showed that they can control the ball. And, get some shots off. They got some scorers on that team, too. They just need to, kick her in a little high gear and, try and control the, forced turnovers or see if they can keep better control of that ball.
Upcoming on CCX, I mentioned in the first half on Thursday night here, we're going to girls and boys lacrosse doubleheader from the Lake Conference. Whiteside and Hopkins girls starting at 5:30 and the boys to follow at around 7:30. Next Tuesday, Northwest Suburban Conference baseball at Memorial Field in Osseo as the Orioles host Tutino Grace. Back to lacrosse next Wednesday up in Rogers as the Royals will host Armstrong Cooper in a girls game at 6 p.m. And then IMAC Conference baseball game next Friday at Clares Field in Loretto. Providence Academy against defending conference champion Breck under the lights at 7 p.m. That's a terrific little ball field out there in Loretto. Clares Field's been around for, I think, close to 100 years now. A nice spot to watch a ball game. If we get a nice night, who knows? We might be 50 and cold that night. The wind, like tonight. Although we have no rain. I'm not going to complain.
Well, we got spoiled early with the nice weather. Now we're just going to pay a little bit.
Out of the timeout. Pass comes to Jensen. Moving in, firing a shot in for a goal is Jackson Schultzenberg. Had a chance in the first half to score, got stopped, and this time the junior putting it away. And Schultzenberg with his second goal of the season. And it's 12-3.
Yeah, Schultzenberg had a nice shot on that one, and I don't know what he was seeing, if the goalie was just kind of spread there. And again, it's a tough one to save at that speed. And Schultzenberg was able to just bounce that one past him.
A 9-goal lead here for Maple Grove. And House wins the faceoff. He has been effective here tonight for Maple Grove. Gets the ball off to Emerson Knutson. As House comes off, Knutson will as well and gets it back instead to Thompson. Comes on the field with Sukup. Now it's to Peterson.
Yeah, Maple Grove was getting a pretty good change there after that possession.
Jensen to Ampey. Ampey gets it back out to Thompson. A dodge move by Thompson. Pass it off to Jensen behind the net. They work it back the other way. Sukup a little fake. That will turn and try to connect on the pass. And this time it'll be put back into play by Jensen.
Yeah, Thompson looked like he was trying to get that worked in a little tighter, but, didn't make a bad pass, just moved it around the outside there so they could get a better opportunity.
In comes Ampey, backs it up a little bit. Got his stick knocked, but it's Thompson that keeps it for Maple Grove, though, being Austin. Gives it up, rather, to Armstrong. It's possession for the Falcons. Instead, it's Olsen taking it.
I think for Armstrong right now, again, just settle down, control the ball. But, Maple Grove's not giving up on him either, putting pressure on him out high.
Northrop to Olsen. Peter Hansman, number 21, briefly on the field. Now he'll come back out as you come and see him at the bottom of your screen. And Essen in for him, and Essen will take the pass from Olsen.
Yeah, just getting the right personnel out there and see if they're going to run a play here. Looks like they're setting something up. Again, Maple Grove's not sitting in really tight. They're at least coming out a little bit, let them know they're there.
Essen. Burke Whitmers shadows him, number 30 for Maple Grove. Gives a little check on Essen, trying to pass it to the middle. Ball loose, up in the air now. And no one can get control of that ground ball. Finally escaping there with us, Brady Northrop.
Yeah, Northrop's pretty good at that. He just kind of works his way in there and bounces off of people and got possession of that one.
Essen over to Olsen.
And Armstrong on that last play was trying to work it from, behind the net from that X spot. They had most of their tacks and middies coming up a little high.
Marsh moving toward the net. Now gives up the pass behind the net. Oh, losing his stick there was Juar. Trying to keep it in play for Maple Grove. Henry Kennedy back behind the Armstrong net, but the Falcons keep it. So a spin move there. Juar get away from traffic, gives it up to Marsh. Marsh will come out from behind the net, shot a little too high, and they'll be chased down by Will Magnuson. Armstrong keeps it.
Well, John, you can see on that last play, Armstrong's really fighting to keep control a bit too, and I like to see that. They're not giving up. Yeah, they're down a few goals here, but I think they're fighting really well to keep possession here. This is good for them.
And not just going in and attacking wildly and shooting the ball from a bad angle just to put a shot on net, trying to get a good possession. Now, missed on that pass, unfortunately, and they turn it over and then given right back by Maple Grove, loose in front. Marsh can't convert, back behind the net. And this time it's going to go over to, no, it's still with Armstrong. And then back behind the net is Essen. Essen took a hit, picked up, ball put in the back of the net. Luke Joyer able to score.
Armstrong needed that one. I thought they fought hard for that one there. Yeah, there was a couple errant passes, but again, you could see them just fighting with a little grit to hang on to that. And, Maple Grove defense there a little bit, it opened up in the center and actually gave them an opportunity. There was a couple bad passes too, but, in the end, it came through.
Joyer, the junior, able to put it in the net. His second goal of the season, first tonight. First goal for Armstrong here in the second half to make it 12-4.
Yeah, you could see Maple Grove on that one. Got a little excited. They hit three guys on one of the Armstrong guys and just didn't watch that backside, which opened it up for Armstrong.
Essen with it as Armstrong wins possession off that faceoff. Essen's going to come in all the way himself, gets a shot away, and a stop made by Moline. Marsh will pick up the loose ball.
Well, as you can see, Armstrong's fighting hard to hang on to it. They know that they've got to possess the ball.
To the sideline.
Be a loose ball push on that one.
Barry thought he had it clean. He didn't, and it's Armstrong still with it. Northrop will put it in play.
Well, let's see if Armstrong can take advantage of this here.
Olsen to the middle to Marsh. Logan Marsh goes down, ball pass to Essen in front, and the stop made.
I'm not sure what the call was on that there. So we have a flag here at midfield. So Armstrong's going to go man up. This is what they kind of need at this point.
Personal foul. Number 26, Emerson Knudsen. Illegal body check.
Legal body check whistled against Emerson Knudsen. So Armstrong man up here. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. That one misses, comes all the way out to midfield. Ground ball picked up, briefly, and then lost there by Barry. Good fight for it. Trying to gain control was Kuznick. Magnuson for Armstrong. Well, he popped up in the air by Barry.
Armstrong really needs to control this one here.
And they do. Like they come. Whitmer's.
Timeout, Armstrong.
Timeout taken by the Falcons with 3:06 to go in the third quarter.
Well, I think Armstrong showed there that, okay, getting back to just ball possession, that we're going to get better opportunities. You also commented on that, not just going in and taking just one shot because you can get it, but, make it a higher quality shot. Look for that trailer. Look for, an open man. Is D going to overcommit? So I think those are some positives for Armstrong right now. Coach is giving him a little confidence booster there, and continue the hard work out there, guys.
For Maple Grove, you're still solidly ahead, but you want to gain that momentum back that you've had for much of this game, right? I mean, Armstrong's had more of the ball possession here in the middle, the later stages of the third quarter, and although the score is comfortably in your margin, you don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to have it to, to get sloppy, right, or complacent out there, right?
You're right.
Not
though.
that they are, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Maple Grove had all the momentum going
right
into that end of the second quarter, and I think this is good for Armstrong to, settle in, get some quality shots. It'd be really good for them. Get another goal right now. And try and see if they can cut that deficit down.
Now here they come with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Long stick midi with a blast on his shot. It's Aiden Robb scoring. And it's 12-5.
And I still think a shot from a long stick midi, it's just kind of a weird angle. I suppose it's like a pitcher throwing that low sidearm or something. And even though he's out quite a ways, it just may be a little tougher to see for the goalie. I mean, Moline's had a great night. And you can see he's eyeballing that and going, I got an open there. Took it low. Get that big old stick wound up, and that thing's going in.
Aiden Robb, his second goal of the season, first tonight. Last 2 goals to Armstrong. That's 12-5, and they have possession again.
That's huge right there for Armstrong. House has done a great job on face-offs. That one there, he got just a little anxious and ahead of the whistle, and so this would be a big confidence booster here for Armstrong. They can put another one, at least cut this deficit here in half, and again, you can see that Maple Grove's coming out and challenging them. They're not sitting back and waiting for him to come in and set up a play.
2:20 to go in the third quarter. Northrop begins his attack from the corner. Olsen. Goes off the stick. And keeping it in play is Jouer. And then turned over to Maple Grove. So
That's a tough
kind of
turnover.
an unforced error there on Armstrong. And Smith will put it back in play for Maple Grove. The pass ahead, and on the move comes Maple Grove. Steinkoff. Got a couple goals here in the quarter.
Yeah, Maple Grove's going to get their personnel in right.
Here comes Steinkoff. Work it back behind the net. Jensen's pass out front, a shot and a goal. Max Seppelt, the junior, able to score. And again, just another ball player on that field able to score. They got a lot of guys that can contribute. And Seppelt able to score here.
And he was just kind of wide open up the center there. Well, not necessarily wide open. He had a D on him, but he was tall enough, high enough. He got that shot up high, and it was a nice goal. It'll be key for Armstrong now to, get some possession going again. I mean, they had quite a roll going there. And I'm sure Maple Grove's trying to get that momentum going. Armstrong got the face-off on that one. Again, they're going to take their time and get the right personnel in, too.
The goal from Seppelt, his first of the season. Jensen the assist. Final minute here of the quarter, and a save made by Moline, and a good one. So he makes the stop on Jouer. Now Moline with it, takes a tumble. He took a hit back behind the net. And Maple Grove with possession.
But you could see on that one, Armstrong was going to put some pressure on the goalie. I mean, you're going to come out with the ball, we're going to challenge you.
Quickly to offense, and a shot just whistled wide there. Possession still for Maple Grove as the empty shot missed. Jensen with it. Back to Ampe. And then to Berg. Berg passing it to Leeser. Final 10 seconds of the quarter now. We're going to have to hurry here. Final seconds. And Peterson's shot comes too late. And the quarter will end with the margin of 8 goals for Maple Grove. They were up 6 at halftime, and now after 3 quarters, it's 13-5 Maple Grove. Hayden Robb with a goal tonight for Armstrong in the third quarter. A couple of goals for them, but 4 for Maple Grove. 8-goal margin for the Crimson as we go to the fourth. Tyler Steinkoff, the first 2 goals of the third quarter for Maple Grove, put them up 11-3. He's got 3 goals tonight, a couple of assists, and his team comfortably in front 13-5 as we get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Crimson looking for their second win to start the season. A shutout over OPC on Monday. And again, I mentioned they've got a Saturday non-conference game at Edina. Armstrong's next game coming up Monday at Wayzata.
Well, it seemed like momentum kind of went back to the Crimson here lately. Armstrong put on a good push there for a while and, got a couple goals, but I think it's going to be key for them as possession time now.
Essen will take the face-off here against House. And Essen knocked down, and it's going to go over to Armstrong.
Well, that's a good break for Armstrong there. Get that ball across midline, get the right personnel in, settle in.
Jack Olson, bring it slowly upfield. Jawir trying to stay away there from Lucas Baki. Now Marsh with it. Marsh taking a check there. Went down. It was a good defense applied by Henry Kennedy, number 13. But Marsh with it again for Armstrong.
Well, you can see Maple Grove's not giving in to them there. They don't care that they're up. They're going to put pressure on them. They're not going to let them back in the game. And Armstrong's just got to deal with it and fight through it.
That's a nice little dodge shot. Might have gotten partially deflected. Armstrong will keep it. Marshall put it back in play. Minute played here in the fourth quarter. Olson lost it, picks it back up. Jack Olson able to get it back off for Brady Northrup. In front, Marsh. Loose ball picked up by Maple Grove. Back they come on the offensive again. All in front, and that one goes just wide.
Yeah, Armstrong kind of let him in the center there. Had a good opportunity to put that one in.
There's Beck Cherney with it. Excuse me, it was Eli Berg, and then work it across left side, and then back here to the right. Into the stick again of Berg. And back out to Seppelt. The last goal of the third quarter for Maple Grove. He got knocked out, and then Armstrong able to force the turnover.
That was a good deep play. Put the pressure on him.
Olson on the run, gives up the pass to the trailer. Northrup, a shot and a goal.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a good goal. I think we're going to have a penalty on Maple Grove on that one, too. I don't know if he got, a check up high or the stick up high there, but everyone's down on a knee waiting to see.
Take a look at it again. Here comes Olson. He kind of got sandwiched between the two Crimson players there. Leisure on the back side, and then Ethan Berry in front of him, able to release the pass. The goal good, as Bruce mentioned, by Northrup, but then Olson down. He took contact from both sides.
And I know it's
coaches and the trainer out to look at him.
Kind of tough to pull up on that, but he had already let the pass go, and yeah, he got sandwiched like you said, and I think it was up a little high, just probably rung his bell. Hoping everything's okay here. It looks like he's getting his wits about himself, and that's one thing that we've seen over the years of lacrosse too. He's up and good to go there. That as the game has progressed, I believe it's gotten cleaner. There's no lacrosse player that's going out that I think that's just going out to go head hunting for anyone. It doesn't do anything for the game, but I think the young men have really cleaned the game up over the years.
Also a little shaken up, and if it's any kind of head injury, they'll certainly check for that. That's been sport wide, all across all sports, where they're not going to mess with anything that's head injury before you put a player back in, if you put the player back in at all in the game. And I'm not saying that's what it is for Olson, but they're certainly going to check him out here.
Yeah, they got their protocols they got to go through. And I know as a player you want to, get back in there, but that's not always best for you either.
A.J. Seiler, a really good trainer, taking a look at Jack Olson. And so maybe Armstrong out of this. They get the goal. There'll be a man up here. As Barry has come out, has to sit this one out.
As you're talking about the trainer, too, I think that's something that's often overlooked, that, every game's got to have a trainer in it. And those people are great resource for us. And, they're checking them out, and they're going to do a thorough job. And I appreciate the service that they do for us with all the sports.
Armstrong trying to take advantage here. A man up here, 9.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I'm going to roll it to Essen, and he'll get things set up. Now to Robb, who's got a goal tonight. Back to Essen. He's got 2. Those 2 playing catch back and forth.
And I think, Maple Grove's staying a little tighter right now. Obviously, they can't overcommit being a man down.
Robb gives it up to Magnuson. Magnuson backs it out, passes to Robb. And to go side of the net, and does, and Lane able to get a piece of that on the shot from Essen.
He wants that one back. He knew that he launched it high. But, they passed it around, actually got him open on that backside because D was kind of committed to one side.
This ball, Maple Grove had it for a moment. Armstrong will keep it. Robb passing to Magnuson. 8.5 minutes to go.
Look at the backside there.
Front. Essen another try and missed the net. Wide, and it's Armstrong still with possession. Still a man up here. 8:21 to go.
Well, they're leaving Essen alone on that backside, too. Working that right side.
Robb to Marsh, back to Robb. He'll fire a shot in. Nice save by Moline. That had some steam on it. Moline able to make the save.
That big old long stick can just wind up.
Moline puts the pass ahead, completes it to Luke Smith. Here comes Smith for Maple Grove. Smith gets hacked from behind, lost his stick. That'll bring a stoppage.
And I believe
Maple Grove had taken a timeout before that.
Hang on to that possession there.
Look at it again. Yeah, that'll do it. Chop on the arm, but the whistle had already come for the timeout at that point.
That's the other thing in the rules that, they've been talking about, really trying to make sure that it is the stick or the glove. You can see a lot of the guys, they're not wearing much, even up much above the wrist there. They do have stuff, but the elbow's protected. But yeah, that one hurts if you get hit in the forearm on that one.
Maple Grove, we mentioned the defending champion in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Looking to get out to a 2-0 start here in 2024.
Yeah, this will be good confidence for Maple Grove if they hang on here. Kind of moving into really a tough part of their schedule coming up. So
well, you can see they've got individual talent, but the depth that we talked about in our pregame, that they've got guys coming off the bench that would start for a lot of teams that are coming in, contributing, if not scoring, just to passing and defending, and just a strong, deep teams that continue to look at Jack Olson of Armstrong, who took that hard hit a couple of minutes ago.
Yep. And the other thing with Maple Grove's bench, too, is, they have some freshmen on there. They have sophomores. They have an 8th grader. So these guys are getting some valuable, experience playing with some of these upperclassmen, too.
Tyler Steinkoff with it for Maple Grove. He's just going to circle the perimeter there, being chased by Northrop.
Well, and obviously they're man down at the moment, so, Armstrong put 2 guys out on them. But, again, they're going to just keep it really wide.
Let's kill some more clock here, right?
Yep. And that's tough also when you're also with a short bench that now you're putting extra effort in trying to get out and pressure someone. It's really tough to double team someone.
Here's Leeser. Back behind the net, the pass to Thompson.
And the key is not just passing to, but it is actually moving with your feet and moving the ball from one side to the other. It's real easy if you're staying static for them to come in. We're back to even up, so that was a good kill.
Steinkoff now on the attack with a shot and the save made. Well done, Jack Bailey, the senior, makes the stop. Bailey missed on the pass, trying to float it ahead to Northrop, and controlled again by Maple Grove instead. Thompson took it.
Yeah, he was looking for Northrop on that, but he was kind of surrounded anyways by D there. That's kind of a tough one to make, and I don't think he was quite ready for that one there.
Sukup for Maple Grove. To Cherney. And now to Smith. Ryan Smith. In comes Sukup. Shook one defender and then fired high. Over the net out of play. Maple Grove possession. Ryan Smith will put it back in play. Pass to the side of the net, shot, and that goes wide.
They're sure working that left side there. And again, Maple Grove's really pressing too hard, but they're working on if they get the matchup that they want on a one-on-one.
Pass missing, trying to get it back to the side of the net there for Landon Bakke, with a very active first half.
Well, that was a break for Armstrong. They just need to capitalize on this now.
Five minutes to go in the game. Zesson brings it across midfield. Harassed there by Smith.
Armstrong's going to work it a little wide here. And again, Maple Grove's coming out and not letting them just sit out there and set something up. Again, it opens up the center pretty big, but, you get 3 pretty good-sized defenders from Maple Grove that were down by the crease.
Marsh takes the pass from Magnuson. Missed on the pass to Jouer, and is able to pick it up. Jouer in front. Picked up by Essen. A nice effort by Essen, who had to go high to corral that pass, and then quickly able to transition to get a shot away and scores. And it makes it 13-7.
Yeah, even though it looked like the pass was kind of an errant pass, like I said, he went up high for it and capitalized on that. Looked like it was a little tight there. Bounced it off. And it slipped in. Kind of an offhand shot, too.
His third goal tonight. Armstrong's got both goals here in the fourth quarter. It's 13-7 with 4:16 to play.
If Armstrong could win a face-off here, it would be huge for them.
Controlled instead by Maple Grove. Jackson Kuznick with it. Behind the net, side of the goal. Sukup.
Yeah, Armstrong, or Maple Grove again, not super pressured to get anything going here with 3:38 left.
Zook up from Steinkoff. Moves in, dodges, missed it on the shot. Trying to score on the short side, missed the net. Ampiel put it in play here for Maple Grove. Under 3.5 to go. Spins, comes to the side of the net, and Bailey making the stop on the shot from Ampey.
Yeah, kind of a tight angle to shoot there, and was able to make the save.
Pass comes out to Juera at midfield. Not a Marsh. Marsh passes back out to Essen. Missed on the pass, trying to connect with Hansman, but it's picked up by Northrop. 2:50 to go, Essen with it.
Working on an isolation there, see if you can get up the center.
Going to get past Barry, and then Steinkoff moves in as well. Essen moves back to his left, fires a shot, and a save made by Moline.
Well, Maple Grove really pushed him out good on that one, too, as he was trying to push his way back in. They just kept shoving him out. So we went the other side and tried that left-hand shot rather than the right.
Down to 2:20 to go. Here comes Essen. Was low with the shot. Another save made by Moline. Out of play. Armstrong possession.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try and work that corner there tight, and kind of a tough shot there, but at least Armstrong kept possession on that one.
Ooh, nice little move there by Northrop. Get up on the pass, shot away, and Moline got another save. This time on Magnuson. He's come up with 3 saves here in the last minute for Maple Grove, and Crimson finally get possession back.
That was a nice save. That's a tough one there when it's kind of right around your head.
Got a pass intercepted in midfield, and Northrop back for Armstrong. To Juer. And to Essen. Essen getting past Steinkoff. Fires a shot. Save made by Moline. Essen gets it back. Shoots again, another stop. Jameson Kubachuk fires behind the net. Then the pass off. Shot away. Boy, Moline stopping shot after shot here in the last 2 minutes. That time on Marsh.
Yeah, Moline's earning his keep on that one. And good to see that Armstrong's just putting the pressure on there. Got a turnover possession there to Maple Grove.
Knocked away by Magnuson. Gets it back, and now able to go get the ball ahead. Scramble for it. Go over to Armstrong.
Nice play by Magnuson on that one, though, too. And that's what they need. They need to keep fighting for that, keep the ball down in that offensive zone.
Here's Magnuson. 44 seconds to go to Marsh. Comes out all the way up top. Shot away and a goal. The senior Logan Marsh with the goal. And it's 13-8.
I like watching Marsh there, the way he just kind of works around that one, and they're pushing on him, and he is just pushing back and was able to get that shot off. As you get a couple guys on him, keep pushing him out, sees that opening and takes the shot there kind of below the waist, and got that one in there. It was a nice goal. I like the fact, too, that Armstrong here isn't giving up. I mean, we got 34 seconds left, but they're still fighting. I love to see that. Northrop got the ball off the face-off on that one.
Final 30 seconds of play.
And Northrop there just ran out down, took that shot, and going to try and do it all by himself there real quick.
Armstrong take a timeout. And so these are the set plays that you're going to work on. Yes, you want to get a goal tonight, but this is one you're going to, when you get a tight game, you're going to pull out. Like, okay, remember back in the Maple Grove game when we scored off this play, a chance to score one here on the timeout.
And I think this is helping a little bit, watching Armstrong come back here and not just laying down when it was looking a little ugly there. I think just kind of shows the depth and the heart of their team. So, but yet Maple Grove's not giving up on them either. I mean, the D's coming out and challenging them out quite high actually at times, and even behind the net. So they're not gonna let them walk in either.
But Maple Grove had a stretch, though, from the middle of that first quarter, Bruce, to roughly the middle of the third quarter, where they outscored Armstrong 12-2, and that's, in the end, what's going to be the difference tonight.
Yeah, and that's a lot of momentum, too, and I think the boys feed off of that, and, and for Armstrong, it's easy to kind of hang your head and give up, and I'm happy to see that they're not doing that either. They're fighting back. They've come off really 2 good wins so far, so this is kind of their first ding in the armor, but they bounce back on that one.
Clock is running, 20 seconds to go. Essen, number 2 for Armstrong. Behind the net, he'll come out in front and score.
That was a nice set play there. Wasn't quite sure if he was going to look for the attack kind of coming from the top, because all the attacking middies went up high on that one, kind of open it up for him to come around that corner. And whether he looks at that but then realizes he's got around the defender and can go high on the goalie. Again, that's a tough one to save. That was a nice play.
Armstrong with all 4 goals that have been scored here in the fourth quarter. And 6 of the last 7 in the game overall. To make this final score a little closer than it was for much of the night. Possession for Armstrong, 10 seconds to go. Down to 5 seconds, and that will be it. The Armstrong Falcons lose for the first time tonight. And Maple Grove, in their home opener, defending Northwest Suburban Conference champion, wins it by a score of 13-9. So each of these teams is a little different than last year, but when Maple Grove especially looking really strong, I think they're gonna be a team to contend with all season in this conference and in their section.
Well, like the coaches said, this is, kind of their big rival in the Northwest Suburban. They got to take some positives out of this one here. The score there for a while looked a little lopsided, but I like the fact that, Armstrong was able to fight back, come back, and, make it look a little more respectable. So good effort by the Falcons tonight.
And Maple Grove moves to 2-0 on the season. Big game for them coming up, a non-conference game on Saturday, but Kyle Ficken's squad a lot of talent and looks strong here tonight. That will do it for our telecast from Maple Grove High School. For all of our terrific crew and for Bruce Franz, I'm John Jacobson. Final score again tonight, Northwest Suburban Conference Boys Lacrosse. The Maple Grove Crimson defeating the Armstrong Falcons 13-9. The final. Good night from Maple Grove.